Hi everyone, my name's Sarah Calderwood. Welcome to the commentary for In the Forest of Things. The reason this album is in my hands today is because of 150 Pozible backers who crowdfunded my album. If it wasn't for you, this album wouldn't be here and out. And I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who supported me along the way. It means everything. Thank you. So the title, In the Forest of Things, comes from a quote that I read from a Polish writer by the name of Ryszard Kapuscinski. I really hope I got that right. He wrote that in order to fully penetrate someone's story, you have to delve into the forest of things, into their story, in order to fully penetrate what it is that makes a person tick and what makes their story worth telling in your own words. So I thought that was quite an apt name for this album, In the Forest of Things, considering that this album is a storytelling album that is also a psychological album? It's an emotional album, let's put it that way. Here we go, here are the tracks and the emotions that are attached. So the first song is Far. I wrote Far in the lead up to the American election. And at that stage, power and greed and money were all being sort of celebrated as the greatest thing in the world, and love and happiness and kindness and general human decency were sort of all on the cutting floor. It wasn't fashionable to be a kind person. You were seen as weak. And I just was so tired of hearing about all of that, saying, you know, this is how you should be. You shouldn't care about people, you should care about money, and you should care about owning this, and you should care about yourself and not others. And I just got so weary from listening to all of that. It was just, I'm just weary of it. I'm tired of being told that, you know, ugliness is a good thing. So I wrote this song as a protest as a result of that. So Far is known as the weary song for good reason. Also with Far, no one knows this, and now you will, but I ended up singing the main vocal for this song in my producer Mirko's underwear closet. Yep, so all those big notes at the end are thanks to the closet that I ended up singing in, literally into Mirko's closet. Great acoustics. Doorways. Doorways is the love song. I wrote this song for my husband Paul, and it's a song basically that talks about walking through doorways and wondering where they might take us in our life. When we walk through a doorway, where will it go? The treatment for Doorways is so lush, and it was everything that I could have asked for in a song. I absolutely adored the treatment that my producer Mirko Ruckles did on this song. It really nailed the heart of the album for me. This song is the heart of the album. Watch Me Fly. This is one of the few songs on the album that I didn't write. This song was written by my producer Mirko and my husband Paul, about watching me or watching someone do something with pride, you know, rather than showing off, you know, not watch me fly, it's watch me fly, you know. Look at me with love. Look at what I'm doing something I love. Watch me fly. So Watch Me Fly is known as the spirited song, and I love the kick in this song. It just is definitely one of those, you know, foot tapping kind of songs. So I'm very proud of this one. Drive On. Drive On is known as the joyful song. Drive On was written years ago. It's one of the oldest songs on the album, and when I first wrote it, it sounded completely different to what you're listening to now, but I thought the lyrics were worth keeping, so this song went through several rewrites before we finally got it right. This is a simple road trip song. Get in the car with your best friend or the love of your life and just drive. Stand Tall is known as the positive song. Stand Tall was written in response to all of the billboards that have tried to sway you from your course. They've tried to tell you that you need to wear more makeup, you need to buy this product. If you buy this product, you'll be pretty enough. If you lose 10 kilos, you'll be skinny enough. If you follow this clique, you'll be accepted. I was just so tired of being told what to do, who to follow, what to wear, how to dress, you know, how to talk. I just called bullshit, essentially. I was so over it. I was listening to a lot of Beyonce when I wrote this song, and I'm really proud of the confidence that comes out in the vocal in this song. If Beyonce would like to cover this, then I would be more than happy for her to. I think this would be a great song. Stand tall. Don't let anyone else tell you what you should be doing with your life. You live your life the way you want to live it. Be you. A Handful of Stars. Oh my gosh, this is the only duet that I've ever written. The words just came to me in about 10 minutes in 2006, and it was all I could do for my hand to keep up. It was completely finished, but I didn't have a melody. I had nothing. I worked on it for years and years and nothing came through. And then finally in 2013, I finally got a melody for both the male and the female. I'm so happy with how this song came out. So I recorded this song at my friend Steve Tyson's studio, Ruda Temple in Mullumbimby, and my fantastic friend Shane Nicholson lent his vocals to this song, and he did this brilliant job of that world weariness, but you know, knowing that you've got nothing in your life, but you know, all I can offer you is my love. And I think he's conveyed that so beautifully in this song. And this is the honouring song. It's basically saying I have nothing in this world except my heart, and all I can give you is a handful of stars. So there's a perfect wedding song out there for somebody. I Surrender, I wrote while I was listening to a lot of Sarah McLachlan, Massive Attack, Portishead, the sort of down-tempo trip-hop type stuff. I love those bands a lot. And so this is a song that I wrote when I was in a lot of denial, and it's called The Denial Song. It's a song about falling for a friend with benefits. Say what you will about this song, but it's the truth. And I think it's that anti-feminism exploration of when you're young and you permit yourself to make mistakes. And out of those mistakes come terrific learning opportunities and fantastic songwriting nuggets. The Most Happy is known as the Unhappy Song, and this basically chronicles the life of Anne Boleyn, who was the second wife of Henry VIII and the first to lose her head. I got the idea to write this song when I was in the UK in 2009 with my Irish band Soonest. We were at Hever Castle, and I was reading a book of letters between Anne Boleyn and King Henry VIII. Now, Hever Castle is where Anne used to live when she was a girl. And anyway, a castle isn't complete without ye olde gift shop, and so I happened to read these letters between Anne and Henry during their courtship. I wrote this from Anne's perspective because so much is written about Henry. I think that she was quite brave for the time. Beautiful You is known as the supporting song, and I wrote this for a very dear friend of mine who was going through a very tough time in his life. I was devastated to find out that he'd had these episodes and I had no idea. And I felt like I could have done more, or should I have said something, or, you know, was there more that I could do? And he told me no, he just felt ugly and he felt unworthy of being loved. And when he told me all of this, I just looked at him and I said, but you're beautiful, of course you're worthy of love. And to prove it, I went away and wrote this song for him as a loving mirror to show him that, you know, we are all beautiful and we are all worthy of being loved. So if you are having a bad day, bad week, a bad 10 years, please reach out to somebody and talk to them about it. This is a song called Beautiful You to let you know that you are beautiful and you are worthy of being loved. The Boy You Married is a song, the other song on the album that I didn't write. I love this song so much. As part of my crowdfunding campaign, I had the option to cover some songs and post them up on YouTube. Some of you might have seen on this very YouTube channel the song The Boy You Married that was written by my friend Derek Farrell. Well, Derek asked me to cover one of his songs, and as soon as I heard this song I was happy to. It's a beautiful song and it chronicles the stages of domestic violence and why we ask women why they stay, which is it's just not black and white, and it never will be, but we need to be there and understand and support them in this ordeal. So Derek wrote this song, and after I recorded it on YouTube, I knew it had to be on the album. So it is my absolute pleasure to include this beautiful, heartbreaking and very topical song on the album. The Boy You Married, also known as the Apprehensive Song. Thank you, Derek. Perfectly Comfortable. Oh my gosh, this song is another old one. Perfectly Comfortable is known as the authentic song. I wrote this song when I worked in corporate banking, and I wore a suit to work. I wore heels and my hair was in a French roll, and I was Sarah the square peg trying to fit in a corporate round hole. I didn't do so well because I got fired. And the day I was fired, I went and sat by the river in Brisbane, and I just thought, what am I going to do with my life? And it was that moment that I saw people walking past and they were looking at their watches, you know, and everyone was so hurried, and it was a beautiful spring day, and I just thought, I don't want to be a slave to the clock anymore. I don't want to do this. I want to play music. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me because it reinforced my belief that I was meant to be doing music. And so I took over management of my Irish band Soonest, and I never looked back. And here we are. So this is a song that chronicles that very moment, a song called Perfectly Comfortable, about making a huge mistake and getting back up off your knees and realizing that it was a good mistake to make. Flower. This song was inspired by the Acclaim Flower duet. This song is known as the affectionate song. And it's for that person in your life who comes home and has had a really bad day at work, and you just want to make them feel better. So you make them a cup of coffee, or, you know, pour a glass of wine, and maybe just let them relax and let them know that the world is outside. You're in here with me now. It's time to come down from the day and time to relax and see what happens. So Flower was written again for Paul. Most of this album is for Paul, but it turned out so beautifully. It was just this tiny, beautiful waltz that I wrote, and I'm really proud of this one. It's the perfect ender to the album. So Flower is known as the affectionate song. So there you have it. If you would like to listen to the music on the album, feel free to go to sarahcalderwood.com for a hard copy to have it in your hands, or if you'd like to listen to it digitally, you can find it on Bandcamp, iTunes and Spotify. I'm also on Facebook. Come and say hi. Thanks again for your support, and I'll hopefully see you again very soon. Bye.